Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Vicki Howie of ChakraBoosters.com, the creator of Chakra Boosters Healing Tattoos. Today, I'm obviously coming to you from Paris, France, and it's a bit sunny and sweaty, but I want to talk to you about shadow, ironically. So I've got the sun on me, and we're going to talk about the shadow, the part that's behind us, right? Whenever there's light, there's also shadow. So there's another part to each aspect, and the shadow part is the part that we want to make conscious. Now, shadow has been a huge part of my personal journey. I would put it right up there with the chakras themselves. Shadow and chakras are my two geekiest topics to talk about. So over the next 7 weeks, starting next week, I'm going to bring in 5 shadow qualities for each chakra, qualities that we can embrace that will help unblock each chakra and give you more power and more alignment in your life. How does that sound? I absolutely adore shadow work, but it is the work of a heart warrior, a spiritual warrior. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for you if you're someone who thinks that the list of qualities that you want to be is your spiritual work. For instance, if you're someone who believes that you just want to be nice and peaceful and good and that's it, then this isn't the spiritual path for you. This is for those of you who truly want to be all of you. Because as slices of the divine, we are everything. And every quality that we consider negative comes from a chakra, and it has aspects of it that are really positive. For instance, the quality of selfishness has a lot to do with our own ability to hold our own power and to take care of ourselves so that we can also take care of others, so that we can really show up in the world. But if we can't take care of ourselves, then we become a victim and we can't really take care of others or be a real force in the world. So in this way, selfishness has a positive aspect. Now, what is shadow? Shadow is simply the unconscious parts of ourselves, all the parts that we've rejected. Now, if we come into this world without caregivers or without any socialization, we probably wouldn't have rejected any of ourselves. But that's not how we come into the world. We come in, we have needs, and we need those needs to get met. We want to be loved, we want to be seen, we want to be accepted, we want to be played with. We want to be fed. Of course we want to be fed. And so for all of these reasons, we begin to figure out the things that are acceptable or most popular about us that help us to get those needs met. So we begin to create, literally construct and chisel a conscious self. The unconscious self, the shadow self, becomes all of the things we throw in the garbage basket. So if we get angry and that upsets our dad or our mom, we put that aside. If we're greedy, we want the whole cookie to ourselves, and our mom then takes the cookie completely away from us, we realize that greediness isn't going to work. So we put that into the shadow closet. If we are needy and we really are frightened when our mom's going to go to the store and we get really clingy and needy and our mom punishes us for this, then we realize that needy is a quality we don't want to have, and we put that in the shadow closet, right? So we just start collecting all these shadow qualities that we begin to say are not us. I am not needy. I am not angry. I am not greedy. But the truth of it is, folks, we are everything, right? You know that you are and I am. We are a slice of the divine. And as the divine, we have all potential within us. The good side of that is that we have all potential within us. Anything is possible, right? The side that some people see as negative is that this means we also have potentiality for negative qualities within us, and we need to own the negative spectrum so that we can have full power in each chakra. Now, how do we discover what's in our shadow? Well, usually your shadows, your biggest shadows, are in your weakest chakras, because when we block off certain qualities, we also block off the power, the positive power in that same chakra that carries those qualities. One of the big bugaboos in the spiritual world is the solar plexus chakra, because it's the home of the ego, and much of the spiritual world has made the ego the enemy. Well, I have news for you. Your ego is simply a construct that allows you to be conscious and allows you to walk through this world in a conscious and aware state. It's neither good nor bad. In fact, I would say it is good, actually, because it serves a purpose, but it's certainly not bad. It's only if we let the ego run everything in our life and we let it do so from a place of unawareness. But ego, in terms of conscious ego, is actually a very positive thing, and we want to integrate as much of ourselves as we possibly can. Think of yourself as an actor that in life can play lots and lots and lots of different roles, but certain roles make you uncomfortable. Well, if we can own those roles back, then you have the power that those characters in those roles have. Okay. What do I want to share with you about shadow? I studied with Debbie Ford and I absolutely love it. Over the next 7 weeks, we're not starting today because I'm just explaining shadow and why it's valuable for chakra work. But the following 7 weeks, we're going to do 5 qualities. Yes, there are more, but I'm going to choose my 5 favorite qualities of the shadow for each chakra. And then we're going to do some cool things to integrate, like perhaps we're going to tap. We're also going to do some hypotheticals, which means we begin to get into a higher chakra mindset by imagining what if. What if I did that? What if I was like that? The what if gives us so much more power. But I'll get into that more as we go into it over the next few weeks. What I want you to know now is simply that you are everything, and that due to socialization, you've put away parts of yourself. Putting parts of yourself away has cost you energy, has cost you health, has cost you many things. It's also cost you projection onto others, because what we project onto others, the things that trigger us about others, are the things that we ourselves need to integrate. It works like a charm. These are gems. It really works. So you'll find out more about this in the coming week when we do conscious integration of 5 qualities for each chakra. Are you going to join me? There's no need to be scared, because the way we're going to approach this is through fun, which helps us to learn and be open, and we're going to do it from a place of self-love. We're simply owning back parts of ourselves that we rejected before because others rejected it. Okay, that's all we're going to do here, is we're just owning back. So please be open to the idea of owning back absolutely anything and everything, and we're going to go into a beautiful realm of chakra opening where we just literally pull back pieces of ourselves. No more holding the balloon of who we are under the water. I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm not that. So this week, I want you to play with that phrase. I am not blank. I am not blank. Every time you say in your mind or to someone else, I am not blank, become aware of it. I want you to write that down. And then the second thing, every time you get triggered by someone, you get triggered, someone just makes you go off the handle. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. What I want you to do is say, what is that person being? How are they being? Pick an adjective. Oh, that person is being bossy. Oh, that person is being ignorant. Oh, that person is being selfish. Whatever that word is, I want you to write that down as well. So I am not, and also write down your judgments of other people that cause you to get triggered by them. From this list, we're going to find out which chakras each of those qualities belong to, and we're going to begin to integrate those qualities back. And if I don't happen to cover one of the qualities that you have, you can certainly do the same process with whichever qualities you come up with this week. Okay? Sound good? I could get much more in depth here. I could go on hours about shadow because I love shadow, and you know I can go even longer on chakras. So I hope this has been enough for you to understand the value of this and what we're going to do. We're owning back more power, and I hope you'll join me because it's going to be a fun process. I promise. It might be a little scary too, but it's going to be scary in a good way. You know, like a roller coaster or something really fun. Okay? Thank you for being part of my tribe, and I will see you on the next video. Blessings.